Semi-final number 1 is now wrapped up, and there's a lot of banter going backwards and forwards. There was a requirement of a 5.97 for Jorgen Kuzener, and you'd fetch a 5.9. Jack Freestone is a finalist again in 2019, repeating his momentum from last year at the location. Of course, you're watching the first QS 10,000 of the year. It is the Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill. Is now in the lineup, looking to see if he can go one better with a win over Deivid Silva. Here goes the Brazilian. Backhand smash there. Let's go of a strong angle. Rails to Finn as they grab out of the lip. And now Deivid finding a little runner on the inside as the southwesterly continues to blow here. And a good, strong start for Deivid Silva.
This was the last Brazilian remaining in the draw. Squares this one up. Lovely driving backhand. Squares, drops that head and just kicks that tail. Beautiful control in the critical section of the wave. The judges will love that one. Sticking with this one. Wave goes a little full on the inside there, lots of warbles up the face, but somehow manufactures a little lip to work with and dispatches of it quite well, a little foam climb to finish. So that's kind of our benchmark we're working with as our low backups.
Well, here we go, opening wave of semi-final number 2 now for Wade Carmichael. Not going to like what he sees down the line, so quickly back to pole position. He'll try and grab that first priority back as a confirmation. So Freestone for 2 years in a row now will be a finals participant. Can Deivid Silva match up against Jack Freestone, or will it be Wade Carmichael for an all-Australian final in the first QS 10,000? We're going to answer all of those questions.
Back in the finals, back-to-back years.
Yeah, that's trippy to say. That's so cool. I'm so stoked to get through that heat. It was really cool to share a heat with Jorg.
So good. He'd be so pumped to hear that. Probably wouldn't have known that until he came out of the water, so he's going to turn that disappointment into elation, I imagine. But Deivid Silva, he doesn't care for that conversation. He's up and riding here.
Well, Silva there just taking a little spill. But you heard Jack Freestone preluding to it. It is an official statement now. Jorgen Kuzener will get the last wild card slot.
Okay, that's sick. That's the one event I've been dreaming of doing, you know. So yeah, man, let's see how it's going to be. But I'm super stoked. Thanks to the WSL for the good news. And yeah, I think I have a good sleep tonight.
And he backs this up with a 4.33 for this one. Gets straight up into that one. Normally just a functional move, that one, to get you down into the next. Chooses his low road and slams that end section. And after the siren, the first of the beach one.
But that's important that you get people down onto the beach, and then, you know, by the time they leave, they really do start understanding what the sport is about. And, of course, can always go away and then become a surfing fan. Of course, either via the app itself. Nice squared hit there. They'll be following big maneuvers from Deivid Silva in the future. And just a little error there from Silva. So this semi-final remains wide open with lots of things to talk about. But as the tide drained out, you're 100% spot on with that observation.
So on the way to eclipsing a 4.33, particularly with big turns like that, again, we said this is a synonymous move for Deivid Silva. Almost a carbon copy of his first 5-on-7. Loves that.
Well, here goes Carmichael now. Can he now bring a campaign? Two-turn combination and a very powerful one. And the answer is yes, he can bring a comeback story in semi-final number 2.
Binding the manoeuvres. So let's pick up on the first of Wade Carmichael. Lovely open face slash there. Does really well to navigate a flat section, but really cooks that end one. So that's a big committed manoeuvre.
So strong speculation for a win for Jack Freestone, waiting in the finals for the winner of this semi-final number 2 as we watch Deivid Silva back at it. Nice hook in the top corner. Now, can he get the combination? Yes, he can. Comes out of it a little bit of a straight back and vertical, but then hooks into that one. Front foot looked a little bit awkward, but nonetheless, going to be ditching a 4.33 there, Scotty. And in the meantime, let's reference the opening score of Wade Carmichael.
Deivid Silva, well, he showed better combination. We questioned it earlier on. A little hook on that one. Could have gone a little softer, just knowing that it was going to set up the combination. This one's a bit better because that lip stands up for him. Buckets of spray going everywhere and finishes this one off. So good to have the boys both in discussion. Now the battle of the backups.
Well, here we go. Carmichael needs to establish another score. Opened with got a 6.33 out of the last one. One manoeuvre, and it's a little bit lateral. He may just exit this one and sort of just call that a reject, toss it in the bin, and back to the drawing board now. Nonetheless, 6.43 in for Deivid Silva.
And that's why I'm in here, not the judges' booth, of course. You picked it up beautifully there, Giggs. Yeah, just that control. The judges obviously picking up on that.
Looking into a pool and looking at the silhouette of 112 fish and trying to identify the fish just by silhouettes. Here goes Deivid Silva. Heat leader, might I add, and that is a much better set of turns right there. Now that, Scott, is a combination. Ooh, without the finish.
Timing was excellent there. Gets up for a beautiful lip line, backhand foam climb there. Sets this thing up. And you just see how thick that lip is, and it's projecting. Gets up and over it, and as that thing detonates and comes down.
And right now, it's all about the qualifying series, and it's the first QS 10,000 of the year getting to the pointy end here. That man on screen, just a little in and out, is the heat leader of semi-final number 2. We're trying to answer the question, who will take on Jack Freestone in the finals here in 2019? Well, Wade's liking the look of this one. He's going to paddle for it. Remember, he has the priority. It's one that's almost slipped inside of him. Now, here he goes. And that is a misfire in wave judgment from Wade Carmichael. And an opportunity slips away. It's going to be an all-championship tour final. We knew that from the start of semi-final number 2. It looks like this one's going Deivid Silva's way, as Wade Carmichael will prone out and accept the fact that he, along with Jorgen Kuzenet, is going to wrap up as a third-place finisher.
Yeah, I'm just replaying if there was anything else that might have been available for Wade had he not pulled the trigger on that one, and it doesn't look like there is. So, look, it was more about the conditions rather than poor heat strategy out there, so you've got to feel for Wade. But, again, you're not going to feel sorry for him because he'll be riding those big open-faced walls of J-Bay.